This is by no means normal. The trends are generally in our favor right now. And let's put up that. Can we put up the clip again? Just the picture of the major crowd shot. It is hard to find. I mean this sincerely. That could there be a non-candidate Democrat that could draw a crowd like that? I mean, maybe like George Clooney or Brad Pitt, Taylor Swift, probably Katy Perry. I mean, I'm sure. But I'm talking about someone who's just maybe in the political punditry world. I don't think so. And we're seeing this on campus after campus after campus. And again, I don't want to misrepresent. It's almost a guarantee that Kamala Harris will win the youth. But I don't think she's going to win it nearly by the margins that previous the youth totals that we saw in 2020, and certainly not in 2016, and definitely not with Barack Obama back in 2008 and 2012. These are waves and waves of patriots. And I want to get into my greatest concern, and we have to cover North Carolina, but we do have Corey Mills next hour, so I don't want to spend too much time on that yet. My greatest concern, and Blake shares it, is that, yes, we have that crowd, show that one more time, and just only a handful of them show up. Only a handful of them turn out. This is why our obsession at Turning Point Action is to chase ballots and to drive turnout. Turnout will make or break this entire election. This is not a persuasion election anymore. And the question is, what are we doing to drive turnout? Well, at Turning Point Action, we're doing quite a lot. Hundreds and hundreds of full-time people, thousands of volunteers. But Blake, can you support me in this? I don't know if you agree or disagree, that it seems that turnout is the ingredient that is the most worrisome if it does not manifest for Donald Trump.
It definitely is. We've remarked on this throughout the summer that the polling indicates there's been at least a bit of a shift in what Donald Trump's coalition is. Historically, the Republican coalition was high turnout voters and the Democrat coalition was lower turnout voters. So the Democrats would go absolutely hog wild. They need turnout to be as high as possible. And that still kind of held in 2016, in 2020, but it shifted a lot. Donald Trump is doing better than before with young voters. He's doing better than before with Black and Hispanic voters, Asian voters, naturalized immigrant voters. But the most straightforward way to put this is if you poll people and ask them, did you vote in 2020? Did you vote in 2020 and 2022? Or have you not voted at all in the last few elections? Donald Trump wins big, massively, with people who did not vote in either 2022 or 2024, which means if we're able to get people who passed on the last presidential election to vote, it is very likely they will be voting for us. And if you didn't vote in the last election for any reason other than you were under 18, chances are you're a person who's not super engaged. You forget about the election. You don't really care that much about it. You're not a person who's super likely to vote. You need to be kind of nudged, pushed through the door to do it. And the question is that going to happen? Because I think Republicans often think like, oh, I'm this guy, I'm so autonomous, I will get it done. But one, a lot of those people don't do it. And two, not everyone is like you. There are people out there that you've got to ask, nag to vote. And the truth is, this is just being truthful, is we don't have, coming out of the Trump campaign itself or the RNC, we don't have the same apparatus that the Democrats spent decades building up and are really experienced in setting up, which means it's on groups like us and on individual voters to do that work, to ask that question.
Exactly.
It's your job to talk to the people in your church, in your basketball league, in your friend group, in your book club, in your Discord group, in your, I don't know, do people still play Halo? Whatever group you're in. If they're going to vote the way we need them to, you need to ask them, are you registered? Did you vote? We can go do it together. I will drive you. You have to put in that work because this election will be won or lost on the margins. Both candidates have 45% baked in. It's just that 10% of swing that's going to decide everything.
And I'll be very honest, the Democrats have a far superior turnout operation than we do. And that's why if it's tied, it's advantage Democrats. I'm just going to be honest. Now, how much organic turnout does Trump generate because of the attachment people have to him and the energy? We don't know. But we do know this, that Democrats, this is a fact, and I'm not trying to freak you guys out. I'm trying to get you to work. I'm trying to get you to do something. Democrats have overperformed every public poll since the reversal of Roe versus Wade. They have overperformed every single poll. Right, Blake? And again, we'll talk about that after the break. They have the machinery, the apparatus, and the sophistication. They're the ones overperforming polling now because they have hundreds of millions of dollars spent on a turnout operation. And so if we lose, it'll be because there was not an investment done in turnout and we did not do the work. We've won the argument. We've won the debate. The debate is over. The country's with us. The country is center right on every issue except abortion. Now can we get the people that agree with us to go vote?